All right guys, in this video we are going over how to do a front flip straight with one twist. So I'm very passionate about this because honestly this is something that I've struggled with for a long time. If you look up my dives, I think there's a competition on, I think on one of my YouTube channels where it's like, you'll see I'm doing a front 3.5 and it's clean, and then I don't even know how to twist properly yet. So again, when I started diving late and I didn't learn how to twist properly, but eventually I did. And now when I see kids struggle, I really want to help them on this, and I found so much success helping people with the twisters. And it comes down to 3 things. Ultimately, if you could do these 3 skills, the chances of you being able to do this twist is going to be amazing. You're going to twist so much faster. The first thing, it's not really a skill, but I just want to mention this, is sometimes people just don't twist the wrong way. So that maybe they're scared to try the other way, or maybe they get bogged down. They say, oh, this is the way, but maybe it's not the way. I've had so many kids that struggle, and then they try the other way and it works somehow effortlessly. A couple common mistakes I see is people trying to twist like all loose in their core. That is not a twist, okay? You're not trying to twist your upper body and leave your feet here, okay? We're not like wringing out a towel, right? Your whole body has to be tight like a core, so when you come across here, your whole body actually twists. So some of the first skills that we go over, and I like to tell people that twisting is like whistling, because, right, with whistling, you know, you could put your lips like this and you could blow air. And for me, I've struggled with whistling for a long time. I think I used to know how to do it because I practiced it. Interesting how practice actually helps you succeed on things. And I see so many kids like, oh, look what I could do with my fingers. I could do this. It's like, well, you practice a little bit and you can do it. Same thing with these twists. If you practice these skills, you're going to actually be able to do them. So the first thing I like to do is just to be like, okay, well, what's the difference? I like to ask people and see if you could answer this. What's the difference between this? Now I'm going to actually do it on the floor. What's the difference between this and this? Notice I did the exact same motion. One of them twisted and one of them didn't. And that's exactly what you may be dealing with when you try your twister. That, you know, you're trying to twist, but something very small is missing. It's like the detail of a whistle, right? The little bit of air, the little differential in the lip positioning, and then creates a beautiful bird-like sound, where the other one, it just sounds like you're a fool trying to blow air. So ultimately in this video, I'm going to share with you the difference. Ultimately, it's about the confidence that you know you're going to twist. You've dedicated. So dedication is one of the most powerful tools. If you just dedicate, I'm going to twist, it will work. But ultimately, it's about staying tight in the core. So if you just, right, I'm not going to twist, but if you squeeze and you wrap in, it'll twist. Now, a lot of people, they try to twist too far. Again, twisting is just about staying tight, keeping neutral, coming into here and out confidently, and it will twist. You don't need to overdo the twist, because then you're going to end up getting loose. And although you think you're doing it so much better, you definitely want to wrap in, but you want to pull that thing in to about here, right? That's a really proper twisting position for the most part. Okay, I don't know, hands straight or whatever, but I like to keep them a little bit bent, and then here, pike out or set out. A couple other skills that I see some people that just can't twist is they can't even do a jump and twist. So again, practice that 30 times where you're just standing, and you should be able to twist on the floor. And I'm not sure if you can see my feet, but ultimately, I mean, even right here with the resistance of this thing stopping me, you should be able to twist without jumping, without shuffling your feet. You just twist by using your arm motion. Then, again, so many kids, they just cannot do a jump and a twist balance, right? You should be able to even possibly do 2 twists. I don't know, let me try. Right, so definitely into the water, but I see so many people, they just can't even do a twist, let alone, I mean, you should be able to twist the other direction as well. So just being able to practice that. So this is you practice 30 twists. 3 sets or 30 sets of 1. Do 1 twist, stop. Okay, when you're ready, do another twist until you can make sure you're jumping, you see where you're going, and then you land in the same spot with your arms to the side. So you always calculate to put your arms to the side on the landing. Now, if you can do the twist on the floor and you get that it's about the detail, and you could actually jump and do a twist, and you get the right direction by maybe trying both, there's really nothing holding you back except this last skill, which is ultimately being able to do a front flip straight. So we already went over that, so make sure you go through my other videos and go through all the skills. But ultimately, it's about doing the front flip straight with maximum amount of time in the T position with your head up, calm, core tight. If you could do the front flip straight and hold here for at least 1 second, composed, I'm telling you, going like this is going to be a breeze. It's going to happen effortlessly. But if you don't, go over these skills and you keep saying, oh, like, I'm not gonna do this, I don't, like, this isn't worth it. Keep making excuses and trying to go 2 steps ahead when you need to go back a step, you're ultimately going to continue to frustrate yourself and you might end up quitting the sport. So that's the reason why I put these videos together. This is one of the most important ones. Again, I'm going through all the other basic dives that are building up the foundations for you. And for me, when I actually do this dive, I remember that there's 2 different steps. My coach used to tell me, you know, I like my food on a platter, you know, with my carrots over here, my peas over here, my mashed potatoes over here, and my chicken over here. I like them separated. And I was like, you know, why are you telling me about your food? You know, honestly, like, that's cool that you like to eat healthy and stuff, but, you know, I'm trying to dive over here. And, you know, he'd always tell me about his platters and stuff. And it took me a while until I realized, until he explained to me that, you know, that my dives need to be the same way, that you need to focus on getting the step 1, which is the straight flip. And then once you're in the air, composed and calm like you're supposed to be, which is a previous skill that we went over, then it's the second part, it's the second compartment of food, which you add this, right? And then you'll be able to do the front flip straight effortlessly. And ultimately, once you could do the straight and wrap, then it's really easy to go into the next step, which is to add a pike out and to dive it in, which that's our last dive that we go over in this series. So yeah, we're moving on to the next dive. Make sure you practice the skills that I told you, become an expert in this, and share with me your results. I'm looking forward to seeing your amazing front flips twists. But again, we got to get through the steps one at a time, making sure we're prepared.